Hi everyone, welcome back to another China Plus live stream. I am your host Rachel, and today joining me is Shen Ting.
Hi everyone.
Can everybody say hi to Shen Ting? We're really excited to be live streaming with you guys today. If you can hear me and see us, can you please let us know in the comments below?
Okay,
just say
yeah.
hi, because we are going to be talking to you guys today about some really exciting Spring Festival related topics. So if you can hear us and you can see us, make sure you give us a hello, say hi, and let us know that you can hear us okay. So today...
Yeah, I think I can check it online already.
You can?
Yeah,
well, there we are.
Us. Yeah.
Great. Oh, we already have some watchers. Say hello.
Oh, you look so beautiful, Rachel. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you, Shen Ting. I'm so excited.
I should also wear red today.
Do you know why I'm wearing red?
Today's edition is about the Spring Festival, right?
Yes, yes, it is about Spring Festival.
The upcoming Spring Festival.
Yes.
It's about maybe 1 week away.
Yes, it's very close. Spring Festival is on February 12th this year, and it's a very big holiday time for the people in China. Can you tell me, why is it such a big holiday time in China?
I think probably maybe to the foreigners it's like the Christmas and the New Year, because in Western countries Christmas and New Year, they are connected together. But in China, we spend the Spring Festival according to the lunar calendar. So usually we also celebrate the New Year. That's the January the 1st. But in the Chinese tradition, Spring Festival is also the Chinese New Year, but it's according to the lunar calendar.
Right.
So this year, the Spring Festival falls on February the 11th.
Oh, yes, 12th, yes.
12th, yeah.
Yes. Every year it
the 11th
changes.
is the Spring Festival Eve.
Right, it changes every year, so it gets a little confusing. But it is February 12th this year, and this year is which animal year?
I think it's the animal ox.
Yes, it is the year of the ox, which is really exciting. So today we're going to be doing a series with China Plus, showing you some of the special dishes that are going to be cooked around Spring Festival time.
And I think the series is called A Bite of the Spring Festival.
Yes.
A bite.
A bite.
Yeah.
So
I'm such a food lover.
Me too. I'm such a foodie. I love Chinese food, and there are so many different regions around China that have different specialty dishes. So we're going to be showing you different regional cuisines that you'll find when you travel around China to different places. And especially this year, Spring Festival may look a little different for many families in China. Many people are not traveling, they're staying in their working city so that they can stay safe and take precautions with this pandemic. So for you, like, where are you from?
Take me as an example. Actually, I'm from South China, in Hangzhou city, but because of the pandemic, so this year I won't go back to my hometown. I will just stay in Beijing where I work to spend the Spring Festival with my own family. But usually, you know, for most Chinese people, it's like a tradition for them to come back to their hometown to spend the Spring Festival with their parents, especially. So this is like a tradition for the family reunion. That's why, you know, the Spring Festival Eve's dinner, we call it as 年夜饭. It's very important to the Chinese. 年夜, yeah, it means the Spring Festival Eve is called 年夜, because in Spring Festival in China we call it as 过年. So the eve before the Spring Festival, we call it as 年夜. And the dinner is 饭, so 年夜饭. Yeah. So usually, so to people living in different areas of China, because of the different local culture, different culinary cultures, different people have different dishes to, you know, especially prepared for the Spring Festival. Like today, we will start maybe kick off the series with the Huaiyang cuisine, right?
Yes, that's right.
That's Huaiyang cuisine is a cuisine developed from an area, we call it as Huaiyang because it's similar. It's quite near to my hometown. My hometown is Hangzhou, and Huaiyang is an area near around Yangzhou city. And both the cities are two famous cities located in south of Yangtze River. In China, we have such a category called as Jiangnan.
Jiangnan. Jiangnan.
Yeah, you can say it is both a geographical definition or a cultural definition. Sometimes because this area is located to the south of the Yangtze River. Jiang refers to the Yangtze River. Nan means south. So south of the Yangtze River.
Wow. So this is a very special regional area in the southern part of China. If you guys are watching, let us know in the comments below if you have traveled in China and if you've been to this Jiangnan region, which is where Shen Ting is actually from, or nearby this area, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say hello to everybody who's watching. Hi, Jessie. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Linda. Wendy says, I love your red dress. Thank you. I'm very excited because Spring Festival is coming soon, and red is a very lucky color to wear during the Spring Festival time. Are you going to wear red on the Spring Festival day?
Not really. not wearing the red dress or the white coat, but maybe I'll put on something red, like decoration or something, a red scarf, to show some very auspicious symbols. Yeah.
Something lucky. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But before we talk more about the Huaiyang cuisine, I think we can talk a little bit about the surrounding here.
Yeah.
Because now we are staying at a hotel.
Yes.
This is a very good hotel in the downtown area of Beijing. It's called Changfu Gong. Do you know the origin of this hotel?
I don't. I've never
Actually,
been here. It's a very nice hotel, Changfu Gong.
Yeah, this is the hotel I think has some relationship with Japan, because this hotel was I think it's opened maybe by a joint venture of both Chinese and Japanese company. So Chang, actually this represents it's like abbreviation for the Changcheng, the Great Wall.
Oh, the Great Wall.
And Fu, it means Fuji Mountain.
Fuji Mountain.
Yeah, so
okay.
They are both two very famous scenic spots in China and Japan. So they pick one character from these two
so they pulled
scenic
Chang,
spots. Chang
Fu.
and Fu, and Gong means palace.
Gong.
So it's Changfu Gong
Ooh,
Palace.
It's a very regal name. I like it.
You're right.
Changfu Gong. Speaking of Changcheng, if anybody's been to the Great Wall as well, let us know in the comments below, because you'll often hear like Changcheng, Xichang around Beijing. That's a very big cultural thing here.
So we were told that because of the Japanese relationship or Japanese bond, so maybe in this hotel, when the spring comes, there will be some very good celebrations for the spring, especially the cherry blossom appreciation.
Oh, right. That's a really
like
big thing.
in the garden of this hotel, it plants a lot of cherry blossom trees.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you come here in the springtime to Changfu Gong in Beijing, you can see the cherry blossoms outside. It's very, very beautiful.
Then let's go back to Huaiyang cuisine.
Yes. Can you introduce us a little bit about Huaiyang cuisine? Because this is the region where you are from. What kind of flavor is it like, and what kind of dishes?
I think now you can take me as a Chinese language teacher, because Huaiyang is combined with two Chinese characters, Huai and Yang. Huai means Huai'an. It's a city in Jiangsu Province. Yang means Yangzhou. It's also another city in Jiangsu Province. So you can see that Huaiyang cuisine developed mainly from the Jiangsu area. It's a province right north to the Zhejiang Province, and Zhejiang Province is my hometown. That's why the cuisine is quite similar to the cuisine of my hometown. So I'm so expecting to
Are you very
taste
excited about this
the dish
food?
we will be prepared later.
Does this remind you of home then, thinking about Huaiyang food and food you would usually eat for the Spring Festival time?
Because maybe I guess many foreigners know about Chinese food. Probably they know the Sichuan food mostly.
Yes, I think foreigners are very familiar with Sichuan food, which is very, very spicy, and Cantonese food, which is more of the sweet dim sum style. If you guys are watching from outside of China or in China, let us know what kind of foods you are familiar with in China. What's your favorite kind of cuisine in China? Because I think Sichuan and Guangdong food may be some of the most popular or well-known around outside of China.
I think Huaiyang cuisine is famous for its very beautiful looking.
Yes.
So it needs a lot of very complicated processing and very good craftsmanship of the chef. So that's why usually it's used for the national banquet.
Yeah, it's a very, very fancy, very nice
and also
spread.
For the taste, I think it's a little bit mild, light, and sweet. Yeah, it's not like Sichuan food. It's very strong and very spicy or pungent. It's quite different.
Right, it's a very light, sweet texture.
For some people who are already accustomed to the Sichuan food, maybe they think, well, Huaiyang food is too light. But for people like us,
how do you feel about it?
I think Sichuan food is too strong sometimes.
So for you, Huaiyang food is perfect.
That's
what kind of ingredients are usually cooked with this? Because we are going to be meeting a chef later. We're going to be learning to cook a dish from this region. So pay attention later and keep watching. We're going to be learning how to actually cook this dish after we introduce some of these flavors.
Yeah, there are some very famous dishes in Huaiyang cuisine, like 大煮干丝,
What's that? 打煮
Yeah,
干丝
translated as braised shredded chicken with ham and dry tofu.
Okay.
But you know, this is something that you cannot cook household because
Why?
you need
It's
very
so
good
difficult.
skill of to chop the dried tofu.
Oh, wow.
The tofu has been cut into very thin slices, and also there is something like three-nested duck. In Chinese, it's 三套鸭. But it's not just a duck. It's you put the quail into the pigeon, and then you put the pigeon into the duck.
What?
Yeah, and then cook them together. So it's called
you have
three-nested.
You have a bird inside a bird inside a bird.
That's right.
In America, we have something like that too.
Really?
Like we have it's called a turducken. Some people make it for Thanksgiving, and they'll put like a duck inside a turkey. So I guess something similar.
I think I tried that.
Have you tried it?
Yeah,
you like it?
Yeah, when I was in America. Really, it's very good.
That sounds interesting. I didn't know in China that they also have this similar style of thing.
So I think to better understand about the dishes, about the Huaiyang cuisine, I have a menu here.
Ooh, so we have the Changfugong restaurant menu where we're going to show you some of the Huaiyang cuisine. Let's take a look at this.
Not just to show to the audience, but also we need to find a cuisine that we will cook later.
Yes.
So this is the duck. Oh, because the Huaiyang cuisine is also like an origin of some different branch cuisines in China, like Beijing and Shandong cuisine.
So it's kind of like a crossover combining many different styles. Let's also say hello to our audience again if you guys are watching. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are live from Changfugong Hotel in Beijing, and we're going to be exploring Huaiyang cuisine today in China and learning how to cook with a chef. So let's take a look at some of the dishes that you can find in Huaiyang cuisine and say hello. Michelle says hi. Kenny is also talking about cuisine around the world. Let us know if you've tried Huaiyang cuisine. We're going to show you some of the dishes now.
Yeah. Look what I found.
Oh my gosh! What is this?
This is called Gongbao Ming Xia Qiu. Are you familiar with Gongbao?
I am familiar. If you guys are watching and you're foreigners, Gongbao sounds very similar to Kung Pao. And it's actually the same sauce as Kung Pao chicken. Foreigners really love this dish. I really love this dish. Usually it's with chicken, but in China you'll also find it with shrimp and many other different kinds of meats and vegetables.
I think you can cook anything with Kung Pao sauce.
Oh, it's so good.
But of course there is something most proper to cook with Kung Pao sauce.
Yes.
So this Kung Pao shrimp is also popular here in China. Not just the Kung Pao chicken, right?
Yes.
But of course we won't cook this dish today.
Yes.
I have a very good helper.
Who is here to help us?
Yeah. Let's welcome Chef Wang Guoqin.
Hi, Chef Wang.
你好，你好，你好，你好，你好，你好，王师傅。
Hey everybody, can you say hello to Wang Shifu? He's going to be our chef today. So tell him hello in the comments, say hi, Wang Shifu, and let him know that you are watching and very excited to meet him today.
Yeah. 王师傅，您在这儿工作多少年了？
我30多年了。
Wow. I just asked Chef Wang how long has he been working here, and he has been working here for more than 30 years.
30 years.
He has a very experienced.
Wow. So he must be a very experienced professional.
您主要是擅长做什么菜？
淮扬菜吧。
淮扬菜。Yeah, okay. He's really good at cooking the Huaiyang dish.
It's our lucky day then.
Yeah, lucky day. Okay, so maybe we won't talk too much.
Before we learn how to cook with Chef.
No. Before we cook the Kung Pao shrimp, I think because today I'm like a guest to you, right? So
no, you are the
Rachel,
Chinese expert.
Rachel is so good that she just asked the chef to cook something that I really like, and that's called Youmen Chunsun, braised spring bamboo shoots.
Can you say say that in Chinese again slowly?
Youmen Chunsun. Chun means spring. Sun is bamboo shoots. Bamboo shoots. Not bamboo, okay?
Bamboo.
Yeah. Panda eats bamboo. We people, Chinese people, we eat bamboo shoots.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there's a little bit of difference there that I didn't realize before. So there's bamboo, and then there's bamboo shoots, which is actually what you eat and cook with a lot in China. Yeah. Which I never ate before I came to China.
Maybe a lot of foreigners easily mistaken these two, but in Chinese, they are totally different two words.
And concepts.
竹子 and 笋. Zhuzi means bamboo.
Is the bamboo,
Sun
the whole
means
tree.
bamboo shoots.
Swan is the roots.
Not
the
swan, sun.
Swin. Swin.
Yeah.
My Chinese is so bad, so I need to continue practicing. Swin. Swin is the
But
shoot.
before that, maybe we can show the audience a small video clip. Tell us about what kind of bamboo forests is in China like.
That's right. There are many bamboo forests in China, so we're going to introduce. So stay tuned, continue and watching and enjoying this clip, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We hope you enjoyed seeing the bamboo forest in China. You know, before I came here, I'd never seen forests like that in the States and in Texas, where I'm from in America. We do not have bamboo forests like that. So it was really exciting for me to see when I came here.
I think bamboo probably is a typical plant, especially to Asian countries.
Yes.
And bamboo is such a very strong cultural symbolic picture for the Chinese culture.
Yeah.
If you see a bamboo picture, you naturally, I think you would think of the Chinese culture, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But just now we played the small video clip. It just shows the bamboo forest, the bamboo woods, and how a worker maybe is chopping the bamboo. But we didn't show you the bamboo shoots yet.
Yes.
But we have the bamboo shoots.
We have the bamboo shoots, and this is what we'll be cooking this dish with.
王师傅，能帮我们把那个一个没有处理过的竹笋拿过来吗？ Yeah.
Please let us know in the comments. We're going to be cooking and making this dish with bamboo shoots, like he mentioned before.
Yeah?
If you've ever tried bamboo shoots, this is what they look like.
This is the baby bamboo. Wow.
It's a baby bamboo.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's super cute. It's got an interesting texture on it.
Sorry, we will eat you later.
It will be delicious. I think it's actually quite amazing. In China, you use bamboo for many, many different kinds of dishes.
Oh, that's right.
And there are many ways that you can cook it and prepare it. But this dish is really special, I've learned, because it's just mainly featuring the bamboo shoot flavor. You're not mixing it with other things. It's featuring it by itself to really taste the bamboo flavor.
Yeah, you can cook the fresh bamboo, and you can cook with the pickled or the anything, or the dried bamboo shoots. Yeah, so all kinds of bamboo shoots can be used as the ingredients of the food.
Yeah, it's really quite tasty. If you've tried bamboo before, let us know in the comments below. Like I said, I've never tried it before I came to China, but now I really, really enjoy it. You'll find bamboo shoots and all kinds of dishes with bamboo at many, many dinners in China.
Yeah.
It's great.
So now I think maybe Chef Wang will just start cooking this dish called Youmen Chunsun, braised spring bamboo shoots. Again?
Yes.
You did that?
我忘了. My Chinese is bad. Can you teach me again slowly how you say it?
Youmen Chunsun.
Youmen Chunsun.
Okay, fine. Youmen Chunsun.
So that is braised bamboo shoots.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
braised spring bamboo shoots.
Braised
you can also cook with
shoots.
the winter bamboo shoots. That's called dongsun. Winter means dongsun.
Okay.
But this one is chunsun, spring bamboo shoots.
Oh wow.
好，王师傅，您就可以那个处理了，我们就直接拍就行了。
我还用
您不用说什么，我们可以到时候可以说。
So we've got a question. Let's see if you know the answer to this, Shen Ting.
Okay,
so
what kind of
Shirley
question?
wants to know, when can you get the bamboo shoots? Is it mature? Like, how do you know when it's mature?
Wow, that's a really good question.
It's a deep question, actually,
yeah,
because we don't grow bamboo
just
shoots
now I just
ourselves.
mentioned winter bamboo shoots.
Right.
Because like in winter, you can also have the bamboo shoots. It's more it looks more round and fat.
Yes.
Because in winter it's very cold, but the bamboo grows very slowly. And it also means it collects more nutrients in their body.
Right.
So the winter bamboo shoots are usually look bigger. But the spring bamboo shoots, because the climate or the weather is getting warmer, and there's more rain coming, so the bamboo shoots just grow faster and faster. But before it grow, tall enough, you need to cut it off.
Oh.
Otherwise, it becomes bamboo.
Wow.
We won't eat bamboo. Remember that.
You are the bamboo expert, though. You know exactly when. You were telling me, though, that you've cooked this dish before, or you've cooked with these bamboo shoots.
Yeah.
So did you cook it in a similar way to how he's now going to cook this dish?
Similar way.
Similar way.
Yeah. But we'll just see how the cook cook it.
So he's put some oil in this dish after he cut the bamboo shoots.
Oh, this is the ginger.
Oh, this is the ginger. Okay.
This is not the bamboo shoot.
This is how unfamiliar I am with bamboo shoots. So how long is he going to let this ginger cook here?
I think maybe just less than 1 minute. It's just when the oil or the wok is heated.
Okay.
And then you can see.
I can feel the heat from it. Woohoo!
Okay, now the chef putting the
all right, we're cooking now. Yes. Okay.
Oh, this is the Shaoxing wine.
Shaoxing wine.
Wine.
So wine
it's a kind
first.
of wine.
Okay.
It's produced in Shaoxing. Soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Okay.
I've already.
I know. I can already smell the sweet flavor from the soy sauce.
And then putting some water.
Okay. And this is a relatively quick and fast dish. Once it's starting to cook, it will cook pretty quickly.
It's quick.
The process.
Yeah. Salt.
Salt. Okay.
This is sugar.
Sugar.
You need to add more sugar.
Because it's that sweet flavor, like you mentioned,
and
with the
it's Huaiyang cuisine,
yes.
They love the sweet
flavor. They love
flavor.
the sweetness.
Okay, this is also the soy sauce, but it's the strong.
Ooh, the strong dark soy sauce. I hope you guys at home are taking notes, because you can try to make this dish at home for yourself later.
So actually, this kind of the simmering process is in Chinese we call it as men. You men. Oh, braising, right? Oil braise. Oil braise.
Oil braising. So braising is like a style of cooking, right? And it's very popular in Chinese cuisine that you'll see this.
Yeah. 通常这个得持续多长时间？
就是把汁儿收完了给。
哦，汁收完了。
太多了。
So okay, it will just keep cooking or boiling until the water is reduced.
Okay.
We call in Chinese we call 收汁.
收汁.
Yeah, when the water is reduced.
It's like all reduced and evaporated.
我这会儿能处理这个吗？
可以。Oh, let's prepare for the next dish.
Ooh, okay. So while the bamboo shoots are cooking for our first Huaiyang cuisine dish, we mentioned the kung pao shrimp earlier. He's going to start preparing the shrimp for the next dish while this is simmering and cooking down.
Look at how he processed the shrimp. I think he's cutting open the back of the shrimp.
Okay.
That's a very important step for this dish, I guess. But maybe we will explain it later.
Yes, as we get into it. Ooh, I'm getting hungry, smelling this food. And also the shrimp. I love shrimp. If you're a big seafood lover like me, you'll love this dish.
But by the way, do you know why we Chinese people love the bamboo so much?
Why?
Actually, bamboo, as I just said, it has such a very good cultural image for the Chinese people, or for the Chinese culture. And there were a lot of places plant. What? I think the chef is looking at it. Yeah.
He's ready for the next step.
Yeah.
So salt and sugar. Again.
然后放一点料酒。
Some
Still
oil.
the Shaoxing wine.
The Shaoxing wine.
Oh, this is the marinating the shrimp first.
Okay. So he's coating it.
So let the shrimp have some flavor in it.
Okay. Let me say hello to our audience again. If you guys are watching and joining us now, we are cooking live with a chef who is specializing in Huaiyang cuisine, which is a very special cuisine in southern China. We're going to be trying these local flavors today to celebrate the Spring Festival. So if you guys are watching, let us know and say hi in the comments. Let us know some of your favorite dishes to eat from the southern region of China or all around China.
Okay, let's get back to the bamboo.
You're so excited to talk about bamboo.
Yeah, because you know, in China we have like 4 kinds of plants are regarded as 4 gentlemen in the Chinese culture.
4 gentlemen of China. What are they?
Lan, Zhu, Ju. Mei is plum blossom.
Okay.
Lan is orchid. Zhu is bamboo.
Okay.
Ju is chrysanthemum. Because people think these 4 plants, they look very beautiful and they have very good characters.
Wow.
Like for bamboo, it looks very, you know, strong and upright.
Yes.
Even in the very, you know, severest gale or the gust, it will bend but never break.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
very
like
strong and
yeah,
sturdy.
that's why people love the character of the bamboo, and also because bamboo is hollow, you know, in its body.
Is.
It's like, you know, Chinese people think as a person you need to be modest. You keep your heart hollow. That's why we love bamboo.
There's a lot of special meaning behind it
Yeah.
that I didn't realize for why people love bamboo.
Yeah.
I always just thought it was because in China I always think of the pandas, the xiongmao.
Oh, look at the plate.
Whoa!
I think this plate
Is it finished?
it's like a bamboo
It's
shoot
shaped
shape.
like a bamboo.
Yeah.
I think the bamboo shoots are finished. Wow. You can see they've browned quite nicely. And the water has reduced like you mentioned before. Wow. Ooh, they look good. They look good.
Yeah.
So you've cooked this dish before, right?
Yeah.
Did it
actually,
look like
yesterday
this?
I just cooked
Yesterday. How did it turn out? Did it look like this?
Yeah, quite similar. But I don't know whether it tasted the same or not.
We will see.
You know, because of the pandemic, I cannot go back to my hometown to, you know, to spend the Spring Festival. But I'm so thirsty about this kind of food, so I just ordered the spring bamboo shoots online, and it arrived the day before yesterday. So yesterday is the weekend, so I just cooked it myself.
Wow.
And my daughter loved it.
She thought it was good. That's
Yeah.
good. Do you cook very often? Do you cook Huaiyang cuisine often?
Yeah, not so often, but yeah, I will just cook maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
So yeah, because I love cooking.
Yeah. Are you
I'm not just
quite the chef?
I'm not just a food lover. I also cook.
You like to eat the food and cook the food. See, I like to enjoy other people's cooking. Like, I'm not the greatest chef, so I really love seeing this kind of presentation to watch how the master chef can cook the dishes and put them together for us. So what is he doing now? What is this? He just
I think he's now preparing for the second dish.
Okay.
It's the Kung Pao spring ball.
I'm so excited about this dish.
Wow, you know.
That's a lot of oil.
Yes, so much oil.
Because this is basically he's going to be frying it, right?
Wow.
Okay, and now he's preparing for the sauce, the Kung Pao sauce.
Ooh, okay. So he mixed together. It's interesting. He used these same dishes or the same seasonings and things that you can cook these things, but I'm sure they will taste quite different.
Yeah. Now I can see the difference between a chef and me. You know, he's very, I mean, really fast and efficient. And sometimes I always think about what's next.
Yeah,
what shall I do next?
Yes, me too. I think it's amazing too how he's just eyeballing it. I would have to use a measuring cup to know how to pour and how much. But I'm sure he's such a professional. He's done this so many times that he knows the right amounts to mix together. So you were telling the story about how there are 4 different flowers, right? So
not flowers,
or not flowers,
plants.
4 plants.
Yeah.
So Shirley said maybe Rachel is a bamboo, the gentleman is an orchid.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, it's such a flattery to me.
That is nice. That's quite the compliment. And Jessie says the whole team is doing an amazing job. Shirley said, again, bamboo inside bamboo, which is quite funny, actually. You can see the bamboo inside the bamboo.
Bamboo shoots inside the bamboo shoot.
In the bamboo. That's great. James just asked me, Rachel, what kind of foods do you like to cook?
That's a very good question.
This is a little embarrassing.
This is also what I want to ask you.
You know, people ask me that. They say, I've been living in China for 5 years now, and they say, oh, maybe you've learned to cook some Chinese dishes, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I look at the process, and I think, oh, it's quite difficult. But there is a dish I've learned to cook in China, and that is jiaozi.
Oh, you call it as a dish? Come on.
It's the only thing I can make, so I'm a little,
Okay.
I have to be proud of something. I love making dumplings. That's a tradition I've learned to do from my friends.
Oh,
But
I
that's
guess
it.
all Rachel needs to do is just to boil the
Yeah,
dumpling.
I just fold it
then-
and drop it in the water. Done. It's perfect.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Well, now you can see why the chef just cut open the back of
Yeah.
the shrimp.
Now they're.
So when this shrimp was put into the oil and it it curved and then it curved like a ball.
Yeah.
So it's called Kung Pao shrimp ball.
Yeah. Oh, is that the meaning of it?
Do you remember I just told you that Huaiyang cuisine is famous for its good looking?
Yes.
That's why this one.
Oh, yes.
When if you just cook the shrimp, well, it's fine because the flavor or it tasted no difference, but it wouldn't look so good. It wouldn't
Yes,
look so beautiful.
it's all about the presentation as well
and
as
also,
the taste.
yeah, qiu, it's a ball. It's round, right? In
Right.
Chinese, round is yuan,
Yuan.
and in Chinese, yuan is very good. It means reunion.
Oh.
团圆.
So during Chinese festival, will you often have like very round-shaped things?
Exactly.
Oh, I got it. So the
Yeah.
round shrimp. Are there other round foods that will be
Yeah,
cooked? Okay, or like tangyuan.
Tangyuan.
Tangyuan, which is a
Yuanzi.
glutinous rice ball that
Yeah.
people will eat during during the
A lot
the
of
winter, different
Like Lantern
festivals.
Festival.
Yeah,
Lantern
yeah.
Festival.
There are many special cuisines you'll find during the different holidays during Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wow. They've cooked quite fast, actually.
So the shrimp has already turned into a ball.
It's already a ball, and now he's adding in
Some
these-
scallions?
The scallions?
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh.
hot oil. They look quite tasty. I'm getting hungry now. El Bambino says, those shrimp look yummy. They really do look yummy. Wendy says, what spices are being used? Are there different oils for different spices? So can we introduce the spices that he mixed together again?
I think that's the ginger,
Ginger?
some vinegar and soy sauce.
Okay.
Soy sauce is like a very important.
Yes, you can find it for many dishes in China,
Mhm.
right?
It's like a typical flavor for the Chinese food.
Yes.
Mhm.
Love the soy sauce. Ooh.
And here, the chef used the dried pepper.
Ooh.
Mhm. So-
You often find this
Yeah,
in like
but-
Sichuan cuisine,
Mhm.
right?
But it won't be too spicy. The dried pepper looks, like very spicy, but
looks very hot.
but it doesn't. Taste is so
Woo!
spicy.
Oh, I can smell that. Strong. Ooh, but I love this sauce because look, it's like thick. It really coats the shrimp really well.
Mhm. I guess this is maybe quite familiar taste for you.
Yes, because back
Oh, look at that
back
plate.
home, ooh, he's ready to put it on the table. Wow.
Mm.
Someone says, I'd like to taste these shrimp balls. Can you transfer them through the screen? We will send some to you. You can also try these.
Well, someday maybe when the technology develops,
Yes.
maybe we can do this, but not today.
Yes, maybe
but we
someday.
will taste it for you.
We will taste it for you and tell
we
you
will-
how it tastes.
Yeah, I will tell you how it tastes.
And Kenny also says, does this place deliver overseas? We can ask the chef if we can send this
But
overseas.
before we taste these two dishes, I think I still need to have more explanation about kung pao sauce, not kung pao
Yeah.
chicken. Because
Yeah.
why? Do you know why it's called as kung pao chicken?
No.
What's kung pao?
Tell us. You are the expert.
Yeah,
Introduce that
Kung
to
pao
us.
actually comes from the Chinese term as gong bao.
Gong bao.
Gong bao jiding. But gong bao is not a name of a person. It's the name of an official. It's an official title, because this one I think is a very high official, and he even served as the prince in the royal court.
So he would be in Beijing, like with the
Yeah,
imperial
he's
court.
been in Beijing. That's why he called as this a kind of official title as Gong Bao.
Gong Bao.
But once when he was assigned to some local areas, maybe in Sichuan, he just combined some local cuisine with Sichuan
Ah,
and
that's
Guizhou
what you
and
can
also
see.
Beijing royal food together and create a very private dish of his own family. This the Kung Pao chicken, and later on it is spread out and all the people love it, and then people
So more
name it
people
as
started
Kung
using
Pao
it.
chicken.
Wow.
And this kind of sauce is called as Kung Pao sauce. So any food that you cooked with Kung Pao sauce, you can call it as Kung Pao something.
Ah, so you
So
can
this is
find
called
this,
a
like we
kung pao
said, with
shrimp.
chicken or with shrimp. What else can you use the sauce on?
Yeah, like kung pao broccoli.
Broccoli? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Broccoli?
Uh-huh. You can.
How about tofu?
No problem.
Anything is okay.
Yeah.
Great. I always thought Kung Pao was like the name of the man, but like you just said, it's the title of the official. Because in America, we have many different Chinese cuisines that are a little different than authentic Chinese cuisine. Like, have you heard of General Tso's chicken?
Oh yeah.
That's a really popular American Chinese dish. And when I came to
General-
China, I
General
thought,
Tso.
oh, I can find General Tso's chicken. Because I thought, oh, maybe General Tso, is that even, is he real?
Yeah, he's
Is he real? Okay.
左宗棠鸡.
Okay.
We really have such a dish, but maybe not so popular.
Not in
as
China,
in,
you don't
as
find
in America,
it here.
yeah.
Just like with orange chicken as well. Can you find orange chicken in China?
Not really.
Not really.
Oh, maybe because of the different the translation. I guess it should be the 古老肉 because
Maybe.
it looks like in color it's orange and it'll taste very
Ah.
sweet and sour.
So maybe there's a hint of
Right.
truth of how that came to be.
Okay, I think maybe it's time for us to taste
Yes.
these two dishes.
I'm so excited. Now that they're finished, we are going to try them and let you know how these dishes taste.
Okay.
Ah,
Let's
wow.
serve the dish
Okay.
by
okay.
ourselves.
Okay, should we take this? Okay. Oh my goodness. Banquet table. In China, for these kind of dinners, you'll often see restaurants that have a giant round table like this. And this is where many people will come together to share their dishes on this giant lazy Susan. So usually you'll have a dish, like dishes everywhere. Like when your family gets together, how many dishes will you usually have on a table like this?
But it depends on how big the table is.
Okay.
If it is like this table, at least more than 10 dishes.
Yes, just so many dishes.
Yeah.
My friend told me there's usually a rule of like if you have the same number of dishes for the amount of people
Yeah,
plus
that's right.
one or plus two.
But it depends on where you dine.
Okay.
Because in North China, usually a dish contains more food than in South.
Really?
Yeah, like
it's like bigger dishes and more food inside the dish?
But
Really?
For example, if you go to Shanghai, if you dine together with four person, and you think like in Beijing, if we dine as 4 people together, we will just order maybe 4 or 5 dishes. That's
Right,
enough.
that's enough.
But in Shanghai, no, that's not enough. Maybe you need to order like 7 or 8.
Really? Because they're smaller dishes?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that. So that's something
But if
to
you
be
go to
mindful of.
Northeast China, like
Dongbei.
Dongbei, maybe for 4 people, you just order 1 dish.
Everyone can
completely,
share.
Yeah.
How is it in Huaiyang? Is Huaiyang more like
Huaiyang is more like
Shanghai?
it's
So
very
you would
near
need to order
Shanghai.
more dishes. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, I'm so excited. Which dish should we try first, you guys? Let us know how these dishes look to you, and let's say
guess
hello
maybe
to you guys.
Maybe our foreign audience are more interested in Kung Pao something.
I think they will be very excited to see this dish because it's so familiar to them. But I wonder if more people will be curious about the taste of the bamboo
But you know
if
what?
they've never tried.
I'm really curious about seeing Rachel using chopsticks.
Hey, I can use chopsticks.
Really?
And one interesting thing is I'm actually left-handed. I use my left hand.
Really?
In China, like many people don't use their left hand. So when I eat, many people are often surprised to see, Yangzhou.
Okay.
Okay, which one should we try first?
I will try this.
Let's try the bamboo one. Oh, Wang Shifu, 这个很好看. It looks so nice. Okay. How is it?
It's very tender.
Wow. It is very soft. When we were holding it before, it was a very hard bamboo shoot.
Yeah.
But it's quite tender now.
And all the flavor have already got
like
into
soaked in.
the bamboo shoots. Yeah.
And what you were saying about Huaiyang cuisine, that's so right. It has a very light, sweet flavor. Oh yes. So you guys can see
Clearly.
the bamboo more.
So you can see it looks like the teeth of the bamboo shoots.
Yeah, it's very
That
textured on the
means
side.
this bamboo is very fresh and tender.
Yes.
Because you know what? In my hometown, there is always such a kind of debate whether you like the old part, the old end of the bamboo shoots, or the tender end.
There's an old end and
No,
a
there's
tender end.
But this one, I think maybe the chef, maybe he is too considerate. He has cut off all the old parts.
He gave us all the best parts.
Because like in my family, my father, he really loves eating the old parts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
is
he
it just tougher
try to,
or harder to
it's
chew?
It's harder to choose, and it's not maybe. he will just spit out a bit the old part that he
Really?
cannot chew. But he will just you know
The flavors,
yeah,
like just
have all the
absorb it
and
and then spit it out.
and the flavor.
Oh wow.
But I just like the tender parts.
It has a nice light crunch to it as well. Very, very tasty.
Okay.
How does it taste compared to the ones you made yesterday? Because
I
like
have
you
to
said,
say
Shen
it's
Ting
much-
cooked it yesterday.
I have to say it's much better than what I cooked.
Oh, I'm sure yours are great. I'm sure yours are
I guess
great.
you know
Do you
I'm
think
now
the
thinking
taste
about
is
you know,
different?
yeah, why it tastes different. Maybe
Yeah. Did you use the same ingredients as what he used
no,
to cook these?
it's different ingredients, but maybe I'm putting more oil. so the flavor didn't you know getting the bamboo shoots so much, but this one maybe the last part when you know the oil the water is reduced part that process is very important.
Right. Right. That's very interesting. And another important thing with Chinese cooking that I learned when I first moved here is that the use of the wok is so important when you are cooking, because the wok can cook at a very, very high temperature that cooks the food very quickly for some dishes. Whereas like in America, we usually don't use woks to cook. And we're not familiar with this style of cooking. When you cook, do you use a wok at home?
Of course.
Of course.
I
He's
have
like,
a very
of
big
course.
wok and
Of course.
very heavy one.
Yes. Is it a thing? Does everyone in China have a wok?
Not really, especially you know for the younger generation. I think now many young people, especially those who living in the big cities, they are too busy and usually they just order food from us.
That's like me. Because in China it's so easy, you know, you have Meituan, Ele.me, it's so quick and easy to get delivery. Whereas in America, you know, if you're watching and you're from the States, it is very expensive to get delivery food and it costs a lot. So in China it's very quick, very easy and cheap and affordable to get takeout food delivered right to your door.
Right, yeah.
That's why I
But
don't
for
cook
me,
so
you know,
much.
it's like a pleasure for me to cook. So sometimes if I have time and if I have the mood, I will just cook by myself. But if I'm also very busy, I will just you know order some takeout. Yeah.
But I think that is a very special thing that you can cook in the traditions of your family. Is it something that you learned from your mom or dad?
Oh,
how to
exactly.
cook?
You know,
Yeah.
even if I also love some like Sichuan food or Cantonese food, but I won't cook those kind of food. The
Really?
food,
Why?
The food I only cook is Zhejiang food.
Zhejiang food.
Yeah, that's just like inherited from my mother, from my family. You know, or maybe my stomach is my hometown stomach.
Wow. So is that your most preferred favorite cuisine then, or that's just usually what you will cook? Yeah.
I think so.
Do you still enjoy Sichuan food?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sichuan food
But
is very,
so
very
long
spicy.
so long as yes, Sichuan food is not that spicy, and I really enjoy Sichuan food.
Me too. Me too.
So maybe now we can try this one.
Yes. Speaking of the Sichuan flavors, let's try this kung pao shrimp
Yeah.
and see how it tastes.
I think maybe this one we need a small bowl.
Ooh, okay. This is a really nice Spring Festival setup. You can see all the plates and bowls. Okay. Ooh, look at
Oh.
this giant shrimp.
Wow, you are really good at using chopstick.
I've been practicing. Look at this shrimp. So it's huge and it's coated in all the flavor.
And it's round.
Yes, and it's very round. Like you said, that's good that it's round because it represents unity. Oh my gosh.
This is really good.
You guys, this is so good.
It's such a pity that we don't have a bowl of rice.
Yes, some rice. I wish we could share this with you all. It's so good. Like the flavor is very fresh.
You know, especially for people living in the south, we really love to eat dishes with rice. But maybe for people in the north, they don't.
I've heard that. Do they prefer noodles in the north? Or like mantou, like steamed buns? Is that more common to find in the north as well? Wow. If you guys are watching, let us know what you think about the kung pao shrimp. Have you tried this before? Which do you think looks like you would like to try it? Would you rather try the bamboo shoots or would you rather try the kung pao shrimp? Ooh.
Maybe kung pao shrimp is more familiar with the foreign audience. But the bamboo shoots is quite new, it's quite fresh, it's quite, you know, I think you can, if you really want it, you can have very creative idea about this kind of food.
Yes, yes, definitely. Heidi just commented and said, I'm going to get some food now, but unfortunately not Chinese food, LOL. So I hope you can find a good local Chinese place nearby you. There are some places you can find, even outside of China, to find some good local food like this. I feel we are so lucky today to have Wang Shu cooking this food for us, because he is a very special chef who knows how to cook Huaiyang cuisine very, very well.
And he's really proficient in cooking all these two dishes. Because like for us, these two dishes is not so easy.
Yes.
But for him, it's just like a piece of
cake. He made it look so easy and fast. It was so amazing to watch. Wow.
Because actually, we have to confess that previously we tried to let the Chef Wang to cook something more complicated dish, but because maybe the limited time, and so all the convenience of the ingredients, the food ingredients. So we finally think that maybe it's easy for us to show the audience how these kind of two dishes are look.
Right. Yes. These are definitely much more convenient and quick to cook compared to some Chinese dishes. Like, I'm sure there are some dishes, like we mentioned before, Huaiyang cuisine is very famous for its presentation. So it's very special and put together very nicely and used at national banquets. So I'm sure it takes a long time to put together a full display of all the Huaiyang cuisine, and some dishes must take a long time to prepare.
Oh, it looks like still I have a long way to go to become a very good chef.
Me too. I have a long way to go to become a chef, to start cooking, I guess. This has been delicious though. Oh, thank you. 谢谢你. Wow. Let's read a few more of these comments. Thank you guys for watching today as we've been cooking the Huaiyang cuisine. Like we mentioned, during this whole week, we're going to be exploring different regions in China and exploring different places and foods and cooking with different chefs. So make sure you tune into the rest of our broadcast this week. Should we try the bamboo shoot one more time?
Sure.
Oh my gosh. So good. So good. Whoa.
So still, this looks spicy, but it didn't taste.
It actually is not spicy at all. Yeah. Which one is your favorite, would you say?
I think I would still prefer this one because it's
that one
is my hometown.
It's your hometown.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're home right now? Does it remind you?
Yeah. And tomorrow I will still cook this one
at
home.
You'll cook it again?
I will cook it again.
Are you going to cook it every day until the Spring Festival?
Maybe not every day. I just try to practice better and better. Maybe a Spring Festival Eve dinner, maybe I will just have this dish on my Spring Festival Eve dinner table.
That's amazing. Yeah. Let's ask the chef a few questions now again.
Sure.
If we can ask him more about the cooking style with Huaiyang cuisine, and also just learn more about how he came to specialize in cooking these dishes.
王师傅，就是在做这两道菜的时候，您觉得有什么，比如说特别需要注意的吗？跟咱们有
宫保吧，吃它是脆，就选那个斑节虾别选明虾。
OK。
它那个更软嫩一点。然后鲜笋就无所谓了，就是越鲜越好嘛。
Okay. He's still focusing on the importance of the choosing, how to choose the ingredients. The food ingredient is very important because like the shrimp, it has to be a little bit crispy and very tender. So you have to choose this kind of shrimp. Maybe because there are different kind of shrimp, I don't know how to call them, but this one maybe if you want to try this one, maybe you can choose this kind of shrimp next time.
So it makes a difference, the kind of thing
and also
that you
for the
choose.
Bamboo shoots, you also need to choose very tender and fresh bamboo shoots.
So choosing specially what kind of ingredients
because
you use.
I think we should, thanks to the convenience of the logistics. Like when I first came to Beijing 20 years ago, I really cannot eat fresh bamboo shoots because bamboo shoots, it's really hard to restore, to preserve.
Because you'd have to import them from other cities.
Once it was cut off, and it will just grow old very quickly.
So you have to quickly use it and cook it, otherwise it will not be fresh.
It's just like maybe in the past few years when the logistics developed very quickly in China, and now I can order it online. So actually, as I told you, I cooked the bamboo shoots yesterday at my home because I ordered it maybe on the day before yesterday, and then it comes
and then
after maybe 2 days later.
Very quickly.
Then I can cook it.
So
that
fast.
means the bamboo shoots is still very fresh and tender. Otherwise, you know, even if you have very good skill and you are very proficient at all these kind of cooking skills, I don't think you can cook such a good dish.
Yeah, that's really important
Yeah.
to think about. That's a good point. If you guys have any other questions for the chef, please let us know in the comments below as well, because we're so lucky to have such a professional chef cooking here with us today and teaching us about these dishes. Can we ask him, like, where in China is he from? Is he from Beijing or from a different region?
您是从哪儿？您是？
我是北京的。
您就是北京人。
你是北京人。
Yeah,
Wow,
so Chef
he's
Wang
a
is from
local
Beijing.
Beijing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So actually, as I said, Chef Wang is also good at cooking the Beijing cuisine. 您是也擅长做一些京鲁菜，对吧？
对。
京鲁菜里面有一些什么特别代表性的吗？就是烤鸭吗？
烤鸭有。
烤鸭。
Wow, Beijing duck.
In Beijing, you have to try the Beijing duck. That's very special. So he can cook the Beijing duck. Wow. 好难的吗？ Is it very difficult?
是很难吗？做北京烤鸭？
烤鸭现在不难了。
Well, for the chef, it's
He
not
said
so
it's not hard.
hard.
He's truly a professional.
那您觉得，比如说，在这些菜里面，您觉得比较难的是什么菜呢？需要？
其实最简单的菜往往是最难做的。
Oh, you know, I asked which dish do you think is the hardest to make, and he said actually the simplest one probably is the hardest one.
Wow. So it just makes it more difficult because it's so simple.
It sounds more philosophical.
It sounds deep.
Yeah.
We have a question for the chef from Shirley. Shirley says, can we ask the chef why the bamboo shoots were cut into this shape instead of slices? Is there a certain reason that you cut it a
That's a
certain way?
very good question, I think.
Yeah.
就是有人问啊，为什么这个笋要切成这种形状，而不是说切片呢？
它这个是为了这种什么？如果是那种冬笋，切片好看。但是这种对，但是这个烧就滚刀最好。
Okay, so actually, it's simply for the good looking.
So
If it's winter bamboo shoots, we would just cut into pieces.
Okay. So it depends on the presentation and it makes it look nice.
Because you know, as I just said, the bamboo shoots has those kind of little teeth.
Yes.
So you look like a flower.
Right.
Yeah. So you cut it into this kind of chunk, then you know it just shows you how it looks inside. But the winter bamboo shoots, it doesn't have this kind of teeth.
Oh, okay.
So you just cut it into.
So you can cut it into the more just chunks or slices of it?
Yeah, slices.
Ah, okay. Wow. Like we mentioned, the presentation, very important for these kind of dishes.
And in Chinese, we call it as 滚刀块. It means when you cut it, you roll it.
Oh.
So 滚嘛.
滚.
Yeah,
滚.
because you know the bamboo shoots is like a column.
Yeah.
So you just cut it and you roll it. So it's called as 滚刀块, and then it looks like this.
Wow. It's really, oh my gosh, just looking at it makes me even more hungry. James just asked, how long has he been a chef in his life? And like we mentioned before, he's been a chef for 30 years, I believe.
Like working here for 30
yes,
years.
Maybe we can ask him some more details about that though.
您做厨师已经做了多少年了？您是在这边工作了30多年了，是？
对。
那您做厨师整个这个职业呢？
我85年开始的。也35年了。
You started from 1985.
1985.
Oh, it's nearly 40 years.
That was before I was born. Wow, 1985.
Maybe after he started this career as a cook, and then he entered this hotel. He spent more than 40 years in this hotel.
Very experienced. If you come to this hotel, maybe you can meet him. This very special professional chef. We have another question about Chinese chefs, which I'm actually very curious about. She says, Shirley asks, is it true Chinese chefs only use one type of cutlery, or are there certain kinds of tools they use more than others? Like, or a certain few that they would like to use?
Cutlery means the
yes,
knife?
like the knife, and the kind of style and way of cooking. And
就是有人问中国的厨师是不是只用一把刀，还是说也用不同的刀？
应该是。
因为在西餐里面
应该是一把刀。
OK。
然后包括你刚才说那3套鸭，起那个鸭子、整鸭头骨都用这一把刀够了。
哦 ，OK。 Yes, just one cutlet.
It's true, Shirley, you're right. That's true. I didn't know that. Just one. Why?
Just one.
What is the one cutlery that they use? Like,
why?
Yeah,
you
and
ask
why?
me why?
Why? 为什么?
Because we Chinese people think that one is the starter of everything.
So you could use one for
the
all.
simpler, and it can develop into more something complicated. Yeah, this is like philosophy question.
Everything in China is so deep. There's always a deep meaning that goes deeper than what you think.
And the chef just told me that even like the famous dish in Huaiyang cuisine, as I just said, 三套鸭, the three-nested duck,
oh yes,
the quail, pigeon,
inside the
and
pigeon,
duck.
inside the duck.
And when he cooked this dish, he even just used one cutlet, one knife.
Oh wow!
Without any other tools.
That was it, just
yeah,
one.
Just one.
You were very smart, Shirley, and everybody who noticed that, he only used one thing for cooking. So if you have just one knife, you can do it all.
It's just like, you know, in China, we just use chopstick to
use
eat
everything.
Yeah.
That's true.
We don't need, because the chopsticks can cut as a knife and can also to stick.
Yes.
As the
like
the
a fork?
Yeah.
Right.
And of course we cannot use it as a spoon.
How are your chopstick skills? If you guys are watching, let us know. Because before I came to China, my chopstick skills were very, very bad. But I soon learned if I wanted to eat the food, I needed to learn how to use them. Otherwise, I wouldn't eat at all.
Yeah.
Because many places you go, they didn't have a fork. So I had to learn how to use chopsticks.
Especially you are left-handed.
Yes, yes. Not many people will use their left hand to eat.
Like you can always show off to your friends. Look, I can use chopsticks, even with my left hand.
They always told me there's like a special saying about people who use their left hand to eat. Is that true? Or to write?
Yeah.
They always
because
usually
maybe
just say
because of the Chinese kind of
like, oh wow, it's so so bright, so special because you use the left hand.
That's right. So you are really smart.
No. Wow. Let's see if any of you have any other comments. We have a question. What is the chef's favorite ingredient to cook with?
就是您最喜欢的食材是什么？您平时比如做菜的时候，
怎么说呢？中国有一句话叫不时不食嘛，就是什么时令用什么。
Wow, this is like also a very old Chinese saying that we would only eat something that is proper for the season.
Wow.
It's like, okay, maybe I can explain it a little bit more about why we eat spring bamboo shoots in the Spring Festival. This is also, you know, fit for that kind of saying. We won't eat something that is not proper for the season. But in winter, we only eat winter bamboo shoots. But when the Spring Festival comes, it's spring, and spring bamboo shoots all come out. So that's why we will eat spring bamboo shoots. And also, you know, this is like in China, this is also quite auspicious for the beginning of a new year.
So it's quite lucky to be to eat that.
So that's why the chef just answered that it depends on what kind of season you want me to cook. If in summer we would cook something, you know, that is right for the summer season. If it's in winter, I will cook something for the winter.
Oh, that's a very deep answer as well. Can you ask him what is his favorite dish to eat though?
I want to know. 那你最喜欢吃的一道菜是什么呀？北京烤鸭。
北京烤鸭吗？
我最喜欢吃的爆菜。
爆菜
就是
爆菜，
就是像这种宫保包的特紧的这种叫爆，快速炒的菜。
maybe the dishes like kung pao shrimp balls because it's fried and cooked very quickly, not just boiled or bruised or braised.
He likes
like these two, I guess the chef would prefer this one. 就是您肯定喜欢吃这个，对吧？这两个菜比起来，因为这个是爆炒出来的。
对。
So it depends on how the dish is cooked, because this dish is cooked with oil, fried and cooked very quickly, and this one is braised.
So it's very different. Two different styles
more,
of how it's
more
cooked.
time, and so it has different kind of sense of feeling when you taste it. So the chef prefer this one.
Can we also ask him, like we mentioned before, the Spring Festival is going to be coming next week. So can we ask him, is the hotel here going to do any special dishes or any special kind of reunion dinner? Because that's a very popular thing to do during the Spring Festival time, to have a reunion dinner with your family, and you will have special dishes. Like we mentioned, this is one for Huaiyang cuisine, but like there may be many other dishes as well. So what other dishes will be very special this year here at the hotel for the Spring Festival?
您知道，比如说今年春节的时候，咱们这个酒店里面会有一些，是不是也有一些，比如说订的餐啊、年夜饭啊什么的都在这。对，除了做淮扬菜，还
我们的菜单是基本都有。
都有是吧？就是比如说最受欢迎的过节的时候的菜应该是什么菜呀？
过节的菜，因北京肯定就是必须有鸡有鱼嘛。
有鸡有鱼，为什么？鱼是肯定的，鸡为什么？这也有这个说法吗？
有，北方人讲是对鸭子一般吧。
Okay, you know, for the ingredient of the foods, for the Beijing people, when you are having the Spring Festival dinner, the must two food you have to eat is chicken and fish.
Really? Chicken?
Because, you know, I think fish is quite easy to understand for me as a southerner, because especially in my hometown, we also need to have fish dish with the Spring Festival Eve dinner, because a fish with head and tail. 必须是一整条鱼, a whole fish.
The whole fish.
Yeah, it means in Chinese we have a saying like 年年有余, because it means a very good surplus. Good surplus for next year. And even like it's a old tradition, you don't touch the fish. But now maybe it had already changed a little bit. Maybe we can also eat it.
Wow, so it's lucky.
But no matter what, no matter you will eat it or not, you must have a fish dish. But for Beijing people, maybe because they love chicken, and relatively maybe not so much with the duck meat.
Really? I'm surprised. Yeah, I thought that would be duck or something. I didn't know chicken would be a lucky dish.
Yeah, Beijing cuisine is famous for the Beijing duck, but only that dish.
Just for
that.
But
for South China, there are a lot of different dishes cooked with duck meat.
That's really interesting. I didn't know that. Wow. We have one more question for the chef. They asked what kind of oil is typically used for cooking. I think many people back in America are curious about what the kind of oil, because we have many different oils like peanut oil, or you have canola oil, many different oils, olive oil that you can cook with when you are wanting to cook at home. So what kind of oil does he use?
就是还有人问咱们这边做菜的时候都用了什么油？比如说美国人他们就用的比较多的可能是花生油、橄榄油啥的。
我们一般是用花生油。
也是 peanut oil.
Peanut oil. That's what I was going to guess. I think in China, peanut oil is most commonly used for these kind of cooking, right?
But I seldom use peanut oil.
Really? What oil do you use?
Canola.
Canola.
有关。
Okay.
主要是跟什么？
地方有关。
Yeah, because you know it depends on where you live. Maybe different people from different places they use different kinds of oil.
The region will have different kinds.
Because you know China is such a large country and the local culture is so different. Maybe some people in different places they have very strong local traditions. To use a specific kind of oil.
Definitely. I think that's a really important point, because China is huge and there are many different like regions and provinces, and even inside those provinces many different local city foods and cuisines. So people will eat very differently, have many different customs and traditions for the Spring Festival and for food, depending on where you live in China. I remember when I lived in Guangdong and when I lived in Hunan Province, those traditions that they would use for Spring Festival were very, very different than how people in Beijing celebrate. So the region that you live in is will really depend on, you know, the food and everything. It will change what you're doing.
Because the climate, the weather is completely different for the South people and the North people. So they will have completely different food ingredients to prepare.
Right.
So that's why.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for watching us today. This is Rachel and this is Shen Ting, and today we learned how to cook Huaiyang cuisine with Wang Shifu, the chef here in Beijing, who taught us these two very delicious dishes. I am so happy we got to try them today. They tasted so
I feel
good.
so lucky to have, you know, this the taste from my hometown.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're at home now?
Yeah.
That's great. I know. I feel like I'm so lucky. I actually never tried Huaiyang cuisine before, so it was really nice to learn about it today and to be introduced to a new kind of cuisine and food. So we hope you guys will join us for the rest of the week. We are going to be showing different regions around China for our Bite of China series with China Plus. So stay tuned. We are going to be featuring different regional cuisines for the rest of the week. I'm getting so excited about the food again, I think. So stay tuned, and we hope you guys have a great Spring Festival. So thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.